Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Searching for Players podcast. The podcast that knows that even though E3 is over, there's still plenty of news to cover, but we may relax a little bit on the gaming news, cover general geekdom for a little bit. As always, I am David, Player 1, and joining me, Player 4, our resident non-gamer, Dallas.
Hey.
How you been, Dallas?
I've been good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, it's a good podcast for you to sit on, since it's going to be a little gaming light and other stuff heavy. I don't know how to phrase it. It came out weird.
Heavy other stuff?
Heavy other stuff.
The weight has shifted.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, well, let's just jump in. So this one's sort of gaming related. I mean, it is a game, technically.
Okay. I'm ready.
It's called Monopoly Gamer. It's actually a Monopoly game, and it's basically a Nintendo Monopoly board. And I know you're thinking, like, they make tons of those Monopoly. There's Lord of the Rings Monopoly, Harry Potter Monopoly.
Not even what I'm thinking.
Oh, all right. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I hate Monopoly.
What? I grew up playing Monopoly.
So did I, which is why I hate it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like, I would always lose.
My strategy, everybody always tries to get that Park Place boardwalk. My strategy was to get the trains. Mm-hmm. So then you had at least one spot on every side. And you had a nice chance of somebody landing.
Maybe I'm just not a good capitalist. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Too generous. Oh, you don't have to pay me.
You don't have to pay. You don't have rent this week. Okay, don't worry about it.
So the weird thing, though, the reason this is unique, it is being made by Hasbro, I guess, who has Monopoly, is it's not a standard Monopoly game. It still follows the same rules. There's still properties. You go around the board. But because it's Nintendo-themed, they've actually, and I think they've made a Nintendo-themed Monopoly board before, but you win by points, not how much money. So there's actually like a point system. There are boss battles. So one of the, like, instead of chance cards or something, you land on it, you flip a card, and you have an opportunity to battle a boss, and if you win, you earn more points. Coins replace money. So instead of having all these different dollar bills, you just have little coins. It seems like it's a little simplified. It's maybe aimed at a younger audience as far as, like, properties cost, 4 coins. So it's not like you guys sit there and figure out, okay, it's $350, let me figure them out. You just 4 coins. Or to battle a boss, it costs you a coin, then you roll the dice to see if you win, and then you get the points and all that. I think the tricky thing is just keeping track of points. But there's 2 dice, which normally Monopoly has 2 numbered dice. This has 1 dice for movement, and then what they're calling a power-up die, which basically you also roll that, and then it gives you the opportunity to use, like, power-ups. It's almost like Mario Kart, where you throw a red shell at an opponent, and they lose coins, or a green, and they all have different effects.
Okay.
And then there's 4 pieces: Mario, Yoshi, I wrote it down somewhere, Peach, and Princess Peach, and Donkey Kong. And each piece also has their own unique abilities that they can use. There's like a superstar on the board. If you land on it, they can activate their ability, and it does something to your opponents or to you or whatever. So I don't know, it's an interesting spin. It comes out in August, and it's going to be $25. And of course, there's like a GameStop exclusive collector's edition that includes like an extra piece and some other stuff. But
comes out in August? Mm-hmm. I smell back to school.
Yeah. So, maybe we pick up a copy. Maybe we play it live on, we stream it. We the 4 of us actually sit down and have a little. I know you said how much you love Monopoly just a minute ago.
Who do you mean by we? You mean the gamers, right?
The players 1 through 4.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
I don't know. You might like it just because it's a little different. It's a little bit more lighthearted.
Here's the thing. My history with Monopoly, we don't have enough time to go through it. But what I will say is I'm not... generally, I'm a gracious loser in almost anything else except for Monopoly.
Well, maybe I want to see, like, competitive Dallas.
I will have such a bad temper. You guys would be, like, kicked out of the podcast now.
What if you end up winning, though? Then it's all good, right?
I always think you should think on the positive side, but I also want to be real and rooted in reality. I'm going to lose, and I'm going to be upset, and I'm going to throw a tantrum like I'm 5, because it's going to bring me back to memories when I was like 8, and I would always lose. Always. It's not, yes, I don't want to play. I'm not gonna play.
But the little trailer they released
No.
for it, everyone's so happy.
No.
Aw.
You know what? They did the same thing with the Switch.
Yeah.
Everybody was so happy playing it at parties and playing it on the side of the basketball court.
If they go play this by the basketball court, will that help?
No.
Okay.
Well, actually, it might. just to look ridiculous.
You're in public, you won't throw the fit? Maybe. No,
I probably
you'll
will.
still throw, okay.
I'll still throw it.
Anyways, I just thought this was interesting. You know, it's a different spin on Monopoly. It changes up the rules. It's definitely a money grabber, though, because, like I said, it comes with 4 pieces. They're selling extra characters from the world of Mario separately for like $3 or $4 each. And, of course, those characters will each have their own special abilities that you could use on the board and stuff. So that's definitely, you know, making that money kind of idea. So
Sounds like Monopoly.
yeah,
Ah.
true to the game.
Ooh.
Now this is something we have to talk about. We talked about how, remember we discussed Nintendo had come out with that mini Nintendo system, had like 30 games built into it.
Yes.
It was super popular, and then they just canceled it, and they were like, we're done making it, even though it's still highly in demand.
Yes.
And I think we even talked about, do we think they're going to come out with a Super Nintendo version of this? Well, the answer now is yes. Yes, they are. Nintendo officially announced the Super Nintendo Mini. It's going to come packaged with 21 games on the system itself, and it comes out this September, and it's going to be $80. The Nintendo Mini was $60. So $20 more, 9 games less than what was on the original Nintendo. But of course, you're getting Super Nintendo games, so in theory, you know, they're a little more high tech, a little more in depth. There's a fair amount of RPGs. I think Final Fantasy III. I think one of the Secret of Manas. But you've got your Mario. You've got your Legend of Zelda on there. It's people are already freaking out because they know it's going to be hard to find, and nobody's taking pre-orders on it as of filming this. Some places may, I think places like Amazon and Best Buy have it, where they'll send you an email as soon as it goes live. GameStop so far is not taking pre-orders on it. Nintendo, and this is my question to you, Nintendo has said, we learned from last time, we will have more stock this time. Do you believe them?
I feel like everything I've learned about Nintendo from the three of you tells me that no, they have not learned. I don't think they're going to have more stock. And I think if I'm the company, if I'm trying to market this thing and then sell it and have big numbers, they're already creating a hysteria for this and an urgency and a want to buy it. And as soon as they run out, which I'm sure like it happened the last time with the Mini, the original Mini, it's going to become like a little bit of a collector's thing. So, and then the price is going to jump that much more. Like, so, yeah, no, they're not. I don't think they are, because if they did, they would have their customers' interest in mind first. Which, I don't think that's the case.
Right.
Entirely.
Right.
Entirely.
And I you know, the first Nintendo little mini NES caught my eye. I thought it was cool, but I wasn't in a rush to buy it. I will admit some of the games on here intrigue me a little bit more. I wouldn't mind getting one, but not enough for me to want to go like wait in line at 7 a.m. before a store opens to hope I get one or whatever. We can check on this in September. So it was $80. What do you think we'll see this going for on eBay? And we'll get Alex and Alina's opinion on this later and see what they think. But.
Yeah, well, okay, so let me ask you this. Do you know the going rate for the Mini NES?
I don't. When that came out, I know I saw some people, because it came out at $60, so I would see there were a couple people on Facebook that I'm friends with, I saw selling it for about $100, marking it up a little bit.
Okay.
But I never looked to see like how much, like if it was ever going. I mean, now that they stopped making it, it's probably even higher. But when it first came out, I feel like people were bouncing it up to about $100 or so. Okay.
So let's say this. So it's being sold for $80 now. I'm just gonna ballpark it. And you said Zelda's on there. Did you say Mario Kart?
I can't. I think maybe Mario Kart was on there. The original Super Nintendo Mario Kart. I think so.
Okay.
Super Mario World, Super Metroid. Like I said, a couple of old RPGs, which I know a lot of big fans want to go back and play.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna say let's do 160. It'll probably sell for 160.
All right, we'll lock that in. That's my. That would also be my guess. I feel like double the price, 160.
Yeah. Not
too ridiculous that people that really want it won't pay it. Grandma will pay it for her nephew, or grandma pays it for her grandkids, not her nephew. That want it, 160 is not too ridiculous. It's still cheaper than like the Switch or the Xbox or whatever. So yeah. I also don't fully believe. I think there will be more. I still don't think they're going to meet demand in any way, shape, or form. It'll still be the hard to find hot item for all the holidays and stuff. So
yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Come October, there's going to be a lot of upset people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of upset people.
Yeah. So that was interesting. Not, like I said, we kind of guessed that was going to happen. My question is, do you think they're going to end production on this one as quickly as they did the first one?
No, I don't think they'll do that. I don't think it'll be as quick. I think maybe, if anything, that's the lesson they learned. They won't end production as quickly. Right. They're going to end it, just not right away.
Drag it out.
Yeah.
A little bit longer.
Oh, sorry, we're having trouble making these. Can't keep up demand.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if they try to come out with then another one, like a Nintendo 64 Mini, or I saw some people online were saying maybe a Game Boy Mini that hooks up to your TV, lets you play a bunch of old like Game Boy or Game Boy Advance games. Be interesting to see where they go, if they go anywhere with it. But all right, so getting away a little bit from the video game side of things. Interesting thing. I don't know if you've seen this. It's not really a game.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
What Netflix has done, the first one came out like a week or two ago in June. The next one's coming out here in July. They're basically Netflix choose your own adventure shows. So the one that's already out, I messed with it for like 5 minutes just to see how it worked. It's Puss in Boots from Shrek. And you're watching the video, but at certain points you make choices for him. And it looked like, because I've also watched some trailers online, it looks like if you're watching it like on your phone or your handheld device, your iPad, whatever, you can actually touch your choice. If you have your just TV remote, use the arrows. Or like in my case, I was watching it on the PS3. He actually said, use your game controller to make your decisions. And so that's how Puss in Boots sounds.
I know. I'm just saying. Excellent impression.
So, but you could actually choose then. He was like, you could make him go practice his fighting on a tree or just go fight an ogre or something. And so it was like choose your own adventure, and then you see what happens with your choices, and then it'll go to the next choice and stuff. Obviously, it's aimed at a younger audience. You have Puss in Boots. The other thing coming out is called Buddy Thunderstruck. And it almost has like a claymation look to it. Okay. I know nothing about it, but...
It kind of sounds like Ted. The Buddy Thunder system.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
What is it? Thunder Buddies?
Thunder Buddies, that's what it is. Thunder Buddies. Yeah. I hope it's not.
No.
It's aimed at a younger audience.
The little video I saw definitely was definitely aimed at a younger audience. But it's kind of interesting that they're throwing these on there. Interactive, works on all these different devices. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I grew up reading those little choose your own adventure books. I've got a stack of them probably at my parents' house somewhere. I used to love those things.
Yeah.
So I could see this being a great way to get a new generation into, not reading, obviously, but like this idea of like having this adventure, keeping it simple. It's not video games where you got to know like 15 combos, but, being able to have like some control over what happens. So.
Being interactive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool. See, I read other stuff, stupid stuff. I read Babysitter's Club a little bit. So, like, the choose your own adventure genre realm of things. There are a couple of music videos I've seen where it's like you can choose, like, what will happen.
Right.
Which is, I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, I'm just like, I just want to see how it ends.
Right.
Why do I have to be involved in this?
Right.
But, I mean, I get it. You're part of it. You're cool at making choices. You decide.
Right.
the ending.
Well, and it's funny because at least in the Puss in Boots one, he keeps like talking to you. He like comes up and knocks on your TV screen and stuff. So it's very gives you the illusion of being very interactive or whatever. So,
Oh, then that's scary.
so it scares you.
That's a little scary.
He's watching you.
I can see like little kids being like, "Mommy, Puss is talking to me. Is he gonna come through the TV?"
Have nightmares.
Yeah.
But it just I thought that was kind of interesting, something different that they're doing. And diving more into the world of movies, we watched the trailer for the new Jumanji.
Don't say it.
You have to say it 3 times, right?
No, isn't that Beetlejuice?
Well, that is Beetlejuice too.
Yeah. Do you have to say Jumanji 3 times?
I don't remember.
Well, we've already said it twice, so we can't say it a third time.
So the trailer for it's come out. I don't know about you, but I remember reading the book as a kid, really liking it. And I actually liked that old movie with Robin Williams.
Wait. Pause.
Yeah.
The way you said it, you were like, I actually liked that.
Because
Are you
I
saying
feel
like
like
people don't like? I haven't met anybody that's been like, oh, that Jumanji movie is terrible.
I don't know. I remember when it came out, like, me and all my friends liked it, but then, like, adults or something would always seem to, like, oh, that movie, that was dumb.
Nobody cares about adults' opinions. That movie was amazing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And, of course, then the whole plot, which, like the book, was, the game is coming into real life. Mm-hmm. So the animals, the jungle, the hunter, like, everything's coming into the real world. This new movie, it looks like all the characters are going into the world of the game. So they're going to be inside the jungle, which there was an old cartoon series after the movie came out where that happened. The kids and everything would go into the game instead of the other. So.
I didn't watch it. See, I watched that.
I remember
good.
I remember seeing, I probably saw 5 or 6 episodes. It was one of those, like, watch it when it was on, but that wasn't one of my cartoons where I was like, all right, I gotta get up at 10 in the morning, make sure I watch that on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Back when Saturday morning cartoons were still a thing.
Tear.
But it looks interesting. And tying it in with us, they've changed it, though. I don't know if I love that idea, but instead of being a board game, it's a video game that they find, like an old video game hidden in their school basement.
Which, that part, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Like, why is this at a school?
People still play board games. I mean, it doesn't need to be... why is this video game in the basement of a school?
Yeah, that's the only thing. That
right.
I was like, why is this video game at a school? Because
right.
they're in detention, which made me immediately think of Breakfast Club.
Right. For sure.
I mean, yeah, there's the geek, there's the girl that is a little distant, there's
jock.
the hot, and there's the jock, there's the hot girl, and then the jock. So it's like Breakfast Club meets Jumanji.
Yeah, and it did look funny because when they go into this world, they have their video game avatars, essentially. So the nerdy kid is The Rock in Jumanji.
What an upgrade.
The big, tall jock guy is Kevin Hart.
Also an upgrade.
So, well, the funniest thing is the hot girl is Jack Black. So I think that's going to make for some...
Which, arguably, an upgrade. Just saying.
Do you like Jack Black?
I do.
No, I do as well. I think it looks funny. We'll see if they're going mostly for humor or if some of the action is also pretty good. Couldn't really tell in the trailer. But definitely... It comes out at Christmas, I think it said.
I don't remember.
I feel like... I didn't see what the rating was, but I think it comes out at Christmas, and it's one of those that could be a fun... holiday family type movie. Everybody will enjoy no matter the age. So.
Yeah, which means I'm going to watch it at home. That's exactly what that means.
Get that digital copy.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, like, when the trailer first started, and then it was like, yeah, like you said, it kind of had a Breakfast Club feel, and then it was a video game, not a board game. They find it at the school. I was on the fence, but then, yeah, when they go into it, and there are these other characters and stuff, it looked pretty funny. So
it looks fun and funny.
Yeah.
I will probably enjoy it. I'm just not going to go to the theater to enjoy it. Because I feel like there's going to be a lot of people there I don't want to see.
That's true.
Or I don't want to enjoy the movie with.
Right.
Side note, I ran into an old high school classmate while I went to see Beauty and the Beast. And I was like, no, why are you here?
That's funny.
Yeah.
When I finally got to see Guardians of the Galaxy, we were the only 2 people in the theater. because we waited so long, which was awesome. Except right as the previews were ending, two people and a little girl came in. We were like, oh
No!
but,
No, yeah.
But yeah, it is nice when it's not crowded and it's just you can lose yourself in the movie. Yeah. So the only other thing that was kind of interesting. Well, first off, this is just sort of random. Jurassic World, the next movie, is coming out. No trailer or anything has been released, but they did announce the title: Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Oh.
Don't know what that means. But. Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm going to say this first. Love the Jurassic movies.
Mm-hmm.
I like the originals. I like the new one. It's good. Have no problem with it. However, how many times are you going to let dinosaurs take over this attraction?
As many times as they want.
Just, like, now we're getting into the realm of Tremors. You know, like, there's, like, 15 movies.
It's like high production. You see they're redoing Tremors?
Of course they are.
Rebooting with Kevin Bacon?
They're always rebooting it. Every single time. I'm like, how many Tremors are there? That's what we need to find out.
I don't know.
Then we'll just track the progress of Jurassic World, Fallen City, and Fallener City?
Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, Fallen Kingdom. Mm-hmm. My bad. Yeah, there's going to end up being 15 Jurassics.
Eventually, yeah.
Like, stop crossbreeding dinosaurs. Like, why do I have to tell you this? The first time it happened, people should have just been like, no, I'm not going to do this.
No, we're good.
They were extinct for a reason.
Right.
Like, bring back the omnivores and the herbivores. Like, yeah, let's do that. Why are you crossbreeding what was it last time? A raptor with a T-Rex with something else.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. Just not a bright idea, but I digress.
Yeah, and that kind of, they released like the poster with the full name. I feel like in this day and age, maybe thanks to the internet, we're always getting like these like teases, and then they release a teaser for the teaser. They release like a little teaser saying the teaser trailer will be out next week, and you're like, thanks. I mean, mark my calendar for that. Right. It's just, I don't know. That sort of thing starts to get on my nerves, where it's just like, I don't know. And the internet makes it possible because they can release these little videos and things and clips and posters and stuff that everybody can see. So
it's annoying.
Back in the day, you had to go to the movie theater to see the trailer. All right. So the only other thing, ABC's Inhumans starts in September. I think September 23rd maybe is when the series starts. The reason this is interesting is for a couple reasons. One, this does not appear to be tied in to any of the other Marvel movies or shows, because the Inhumans exist on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and this focuses on the Inhuman royal family and all the other Inhumans that live up on the moon, which none of that is in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and as far as I can tell, this is just its own standalone thing. So this is actually the first time Marvel's doing like a live-action show that isn't actually connected to everything. Because even the Netflix shows, even though they're not really connected, they take place in the same world. And every once in a while they make a reference to something from like the movies or whatever. I don't know. So I find that a little bit odd. And then the first 2 episodes are being filmed in IMAX and will be shown in IMAX theaters at the very beginning of September. So if you're really looking forward to this, you can go see it in the theater and see the first 2 episodes in IMAX, and you can really get into it, I guess. I'm a big Marvel guy. I like to watch all the Marvel stuff. I'm not super excited about this.
Same. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, first of all, it's the dude from Game of Thrones.
Is he the bad guy? I know, I haven't seen Game of Thrones. But is he the bad guy character? Like the smaller, skinnier guy that was...
Oh, yeah, in Inhumans, yes. Yeah, that's him. Okay. And he plays... I really want to curse right now, but he plays this awful human being on Game of Thrones.
Okay. Is he the prince character or something? Or like King Joffrey or something? Is that... No. I know, I'm sorry. I'm showing my lack of knowledge of Game of Thrones.
Forgive David. Joffrey is a whole other... Okay. Awful human being. But you know a little bit about Joffrey?
Tiny bit.
He was despicable. think of Joffrey, except I don't know if more cruel, but like cruel, sinister, and a little bit older. And that was this dude's character.
Okay.
So I know I shouldn't take a character from another TV show and attach it to the actor in his new TV show, but I am. So I'm just like, oh, I don't like you. But any Game of Thrones fan is going to be like, I get you down.
Right.
I hope you are. I feel like it.
Well, and the king, I think Black Bolt or whatever his name is, that you saw like the dog transported to our world and stuff in the trailer. He is the main character that was on Hell on Wheels on AMC, which I forget the actor's name, but I didn't recognize him because on Hell on Wheels he's always super scruffy. He's got like a big beard and stuff, and in this, of course, he's super clean shaven or whatever. So it's just weird to see him without the beard. But yeah, overall, I don't know. Inhumans, Marvel's doing this whole thing because Fox owns X-Men, where they've really downplayed X-Men. They have minimal presence in the comics, and they've kind of built up the Inhumans in the comics almost as a way of replacing the X-Men. So I think Marvel's trying to go all in and be like, here's more Inhumans stuff, watch this, don't care about the X-Men, you know? And I just don't think it's gonna...
It's not.
It's gonna really take off.
You can't replace the X-Men.
No.
Which I finally saw X-Men Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. But anyway, in Inhumans, it just doesn't... It doesn't... Even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I can kind of be like, I'll get into that. I don't watch it. But I feel like I would watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. over Inhumans any day.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? We could be proved totally wrong. It could be amazing, but...
I'm sure I am. I don't have great taste in a lot of things, so...
Whatever, Dallas. You have a refined movie and TV palette.
Yeah, romantic comedies.
Something. So anyways, the trailer for that's out.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be tempted to go see it just because it is IMAX. I like the big IMAX stuff. I don't think I probably will. I'll just watch it on ABC. And I think it's sort of their summer show, so I think it's only going to be like 8 or 10 episodes. It's not going to be a big, long kind of deal, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It does not have a lot of great buzz out there, so it could be a one and done if it doesn't get great reviews.
It looks a little cheesy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
and the problem is that main character, the king of the Inhumans, the Black Bolt guy, he can't speak. The idea is he has so much power that when he speaks, it's like just energy, so it destroys everything. I don't know, you saw in the little trailer, there's a part where he gets hit, and he's like, ugh, and just that one noise made like all the cars in front of him like get blown away and stuff. So I don't know how dynamic you can be with your character who can't talk, so we'll see.
Who knows? Could be some great eye acting moments. Could be. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Some facial expressions being thrown.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, so I have successfully tricked Dallas.
This is not a taste test, is it?
So, our previous podcast was all E3 heavy, and it was slightly closer to the 4th of July. So it was not a holiday podcast. We're not really doing a holiday podcast for 4th of July this year.
It is a taste test.
However, as our little assassin guy here is celebrating the 4th of July, we do have to do...
Oh my god. I knew it!
Alex and Alina have lucked out. We are doing a very brief taste test in honor of 4th of July. We are doing the firework Oreos. I've been told these actually pretty much... Well, I don't want to temper your I don't want any preconceived notions of how it should taste. It does say with popping candy.
Oh.
On the outside of the packaging. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like what are they, Pop Rocks built into the icing.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they're called firework Oreos. But
it smells like an Oreo, which is good.
Yeah. So you go ahead, and then I'll go ahead. I'll provide color commentary for your...
Part of me just kind of wants to put the whole Oreo in my mouth, because if it does pop, all right, here we go. I'll do it.
Let's do it.
I can't believe you didn't.
She's pondering it. She's deciding. Is it popping at all? No, no popping. Get the drink. Cleanse the palate. Let's get a drink. Popping a little bit? No. A little bit?
A little bit.
Okay. I wonder if you took it apart and did the licking of the icing, if you'd get more of the popping effect.
It's still popping.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like tiny. Tiny little pops. Go for it. Should I say what I thought about it, or you want me to wait?
Go ahead.
Well, David's chewing. Okay. So, first things first. Tastes like an Oreo. Which, if you have watched our other episodes, which, God bless you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. You know, some of the holiday Oreos don't taste like Oreos. And that is not a good thing. This one, I liked it. And honestly, it wasn't that much different outside of the Pop Rocks. But the Pop Rocks are so tiny.
It's like Pop Rocks light. It's not like a strong. I definitely feel it more towards the back.
Exactly, yeah.
Than like actually on my tongue. Otherwise, yeah, tastes like an Oreo.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing.
But.
And they and even like normally the color of the icing frosting. What's the stuff? What's the center called? Is it just icing or stuff?
Icing, yeah.
Stuff, like double stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. I'm gonna call it stuff.
Okay. The stuff.
The stuff. Normally the stuff is a much darker or more vivid color than the traditional white. And I get it, they were going for red, white, and blue, but the Pop Rocks and the, I guess, sprinkles are, tiny bits of color. It's kind of faint throughout the stuff.
Yeah.
It was good.
So would you say these Oreos have the right stuff?
Ooh.
Yes.
I would. Awesome. I would. And you know what? Kudos to you. I do like that joke.
I was hoping you would. It's a Dallas level joke.
It is a Dallas level joke.
You set the bar so high around here. It's just hard to meet that.
Exactly.
All right. So I know I shanghaied you with the Oreos.
You really did.
But
I would have walked out.
So I think that does it for this week. We got a little taste test. We got a little movie talk for a change. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.